A very good morning, students. Welcome to the RV online classes. So, students, we are in the science class now. So, in the last class, I have completed the 10th chapter. Now, we are going to see the chapter 11. Okay, that is light, sound, and force. Okay, in this lesson, we are going to see what are the how the light travels and how the eclipse happens, and also about the sound and force also we are going to study. So first and foremost, I would like to ask you some questions. What do you mean by light? Light means what, students? Light, L-I-G-H-T. Light means, okay, see, if you want to see any object, you need the light, right? If you want to see anything here around you, you need the light. When the light falls on the object, you can see the object, right? So, have you seen the candle? From where we are getting this light? Light we get from sun. First of all, from the sun, the light comes out. Then, what are the other things from which all things we can see the light? Means the light comes out from which all things? For example, candle, right? If you light a candle in the dark place, the candle gives the light. It emits the light, right? So tell the other things which can give the which from which the light comes out. For example, torch. From the torch also light comes, no? Okay. Next, what? Sun. Next, lamp. When you light the lamp, the light comes out, right? So then, mobile torch, mobile battery, right? So many things are there from which the light comes. So next, earthen lamps. What is this? Bulbs. From the bulb. Bulbs also we can see the light comes out from the bulbs. Tube lights, right? Tube light. So from all these things, the lights comes out. So for all these things which is on the earth, the sun is the main source of light, right? Through these objects, from these objects, when the light falls on the any object, we can see that object. So in this, sun is the what? Sun is the main source of light. The light emits from the sun only. The light from the sun. So the things which emits, which gives the light, okay, the things which give out the light are called luminous object. What we call luminous object. Luminous object, or we can say luminous light. See, these things are there, no? Tube light, bulb, okay, mobile battery, don't want, candle, torch, sun, lamp. All these things gives out the light. That's why we call these things as luminous objects. Okay, luminous means what? The things which gives out the light, which gives the light. They are called as luminous object. So the things which do not give the light, which do not give out the light, they are called as non-luminous. Okay, they are called non-luminous objects. So luminous object means the things which gives out the light. For example, all these things, they are called as luminous objects. Non-luminous means the things which do not give out the light. Okay, for example, pen. Is this luminous or non-luminous? It is a non-luminous, because it cannot give out the light from the pen. Can we get the light? No. So this is the non-luminous object. Luminous object means which gives out the light. For example, candle. If you light a candle, the light comes out, right? Then that candle is called as luminous object. And torch also, we can get the light. Sun, lamp, bulb, tube light. Okay, all the many other things are also there which can give out the light. They are called as luminous object. Non-luminous means the things which cannot gives out the light. They are called as non-luminous objects. So, students, now you understood what is luminous objects and not are non-luminous objects. For all these on the earth, sun is the main source of light. The main light we get on the earth, we get from the sun. So how light travels? Next part we are going to see how light travels. How light travels. So, how light travels? I will tell you for an example. Have you seen, all of you know that water is there and also sound. So, tell me students, water is there, no? When you pour water on the ground, it will flow in all directions, right? It will not go in one single line, or it will not go in only which the way, like this zigzag line, like that it will not go. When you pour the water, it will flow in all direction on the ground, right? It travels in all direction. Water travels in all direction. Sound also, in the classroom or in any place, if you make little sound, see sound. The sound travels in all direction, right? You can hear the sound around me. If I stand here and if I make the noise, means you can hear that sound. Means sound travels in the all direction, right? Sound and water travels in the all direction, but the light is there, no? The light, it is not traveling in all direction, right? It only travels in the straight line. The light travels in the straight line. Straight line. So light travels in the straight line. So what is a straight line? For example, when you put the torch, the light always goes in the straight line. In this straight line, any object, if it is enters, means the shadow of that object appears in the opposite side. Okay, remember that light always travels in the straight line, right? Like this straight line it will go. So it is a light. When the light moves in the straight line, if any object enters in the way of the light, in the middle of the light, if any object passes, means that object's shadow is formed. Okay, the object's shadow is formed here. Okay, this is shadow. How shadow formed? This is object. In the way of light, any object enters means, any object it passes means, it blocks means, then the shadow of that object is created, formed here. So when the light is there, in the opposite side of that, in the opposite side of the light, means in the opposite side of the object, the shadow will form, right? So like this way, the shadow is formed, students. So always remember this, where the light is there, no, on the opposite side only the shadow formed. Shadow is formed in the opposite side. How shadow forms? When the light travels in a straight line, no, in the way of light, if any object if it comes means, if any object comes in the way of the light, if it is the way of the light means, if object comes in the way means, then that object's shadow is formed, right? So this is the example that why shadow is formed means the light travels in the straight line, and when you block that light, right? When you block that traveling light, no, if you block that means the blocked object's reflection means shadow is formed in the opposite side of the light. In the opposite side of the light, the shadow is formed. Mainly, when you block the light, right? For example, bulb is there. You just go near the bulb, and if you block the light of the bulb, no, the shadow is formed in the opposite side of the object. If light is bulb is this side, if the object is here means the shadow will form next to it. Okay, you can make it experiment you can do at home. So near the bulb you go and just hold a hand or any object you hold in between the bulb. So the shadow will form in the ground there, okay, opposite side. In the same way, light, bulb, candle, anything on that, if you block the way of the light means from the any object, the same object's shadow will formed in the opposite side. Sometimes the shadows are big, sometimes the shadows are small. Why this is? This is because it depends on the distance. See, distance of the light and object. If this is the light means, and this is object. So, object, for example, I am giving. So, if object, the distance between these two, no, if the object is near to the light, then the shadow will be big. So, if the object is far away from the light, if this is light, no, if the object is far away from the sun means or the light means the shadow will be small. Okay, that's why the shadow differs. The different shadows we can see. The size of the shadow depends on what? On the distance of the object and light. The shadow appears. Distance between the source and object. So you can activities given here. You can see here. Shadow of the tree during the morning, noon and evening. In the textbook it is given, students. See here. Morning time the shadow will be big because why means the sun will be far away from the earth. When the sun rises, no, it is far away. That's why the shadow will be bigger. And in the afternoon also you can observe when the sun rises in the middle in the afternoon time, the shadow becomes small, shorter, and in the evening time the shadow will be in the different size. So three sizes of shadow it is you can observe. So instead of tree you can make one activity. What is that? At home, morning, no, what you do? Ruler, your ruler will be there, no, scale, go and put in the mud, soil, fix the ruler in the soil, in the ground, open space, you fix that ruler in the soil. Then you see the different timings, you see the shadow of the ruler, you can see it differs. The shadow sizes also changes. You observe today, students. Okay, now it is already it is morning, no, you can now go and after this class you go and fix the ruler in the ground where there's safe place and see the shadow formation, and the size of the shadows also differs. You can make out that, right? So this is light. You understood, no, students? Light means it travels in the straight line. The object which gives out the light, they are called as luminous object. The objects which do not give out the light, they are called as non-luminous objects. So always shadow forms. How shadow is formed? When any object comes in the way of the light, then its shadow is formed. Okay. Now here next it is given eclipse. What? Eclipse. So eclipse means before eclipse. Before going to explain about eclipse, the sun. We have in our solar system. We have the 9 planets, right? So sun is there, no? All the planets revolves around the sun. Yes, sir, no student. All the planets revolves around the sun. So Earth is also a planet. Earth is the planet where we are staying. We are staying in the Earth, right? So if this is the sun, means the Earth is here. Okay, example I am giving. This is Earth. Earth revolves around what? It revolves around sun. Okay, the Earth revolves around the sun. And here it is moon. So what is this? Moon. Moon, what it do? It revolves around the Earth. Okay, the Earth revolves around the sun and the moon revolves around the Earth. Okay, this system is happens in the universe. Okay, in the solar system. Here the eclipse happens. So the moon revolves. Here about this, no, there are here eclipse happens. There are 2 types of eclipse are there. So what do you mean by eclipse and what are the types of eclipse we are going to see in the next chapter, student, means next class. Okay, and also we will see the sound and force. What are the types of sound, how sounds travel, and also we will see the what do you mean by force. So activity 1, page number 73, you have to do, students. Today at home, take the ruler and fix it in the ground and see the different shades, different sizes of the shadows, morning, afternoon, evening. You can differentiate those shadows, right? And also that shadows, no, you draw in the notebook also, you draw it. Draw a scale, ruler, and the shadow also you have to draw. So about this eclipse, no, tomorrow I am going to continue in the next class. So thank you, students. I hope all of you understood the class. Thank you.